بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Merciful.
Dua says, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. I understand that celebrating the new year or even making a special dua or prayer is forbidden. Does that mean making a new year resolution is also forbidden? The essence of this story is that in Islam, we are only allowed to celebrate two festivals, two Eids. This is the Eid of Al-Fitr and Eid Al-Adha. These are the two events that Muslims are allowed to celebrate. Any other feast or festivals fall under the category of imitating the kuffar, the disbelievers, or an innovation in Islam. Therefore, celebrating the 10th of Muharram, which is known as Ashura, we Muslims fast it. Others may celebrate and commemorate the death of Al-Hussein, may Allah be pleased with him. And this is an innovation, clear innovation. Celebrating birthdays, the National Day, Mother's Day, Halloween, Easter, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, any of these things, for us as Muslims, such celebrations are totally prohibited. And to engage or to assist or to cooperate is also prohibited. To congratulate, to send postcards is also prohibited, because these are false festivals and celebrations that we Muslims would not approve of. Having said that, when dua says, what's the ruling on making a resolution? We usually look at the intention. Why is it that you are specifically making that or taking that resolution on New Year's Eve? If the answer is because it's a blessed night, because it is something to celebrate, it is something that everybody is doing, so we might as well be with them, the answer would be, no, this is prohibited. Anything that imitates the disbelievers and their habits, and their religion, and their customs becomes prohibited for us as Muslims. Abdullah ibn Umar, may Allah be pleased with him, said, the Prophet said in a long hadith, alayhi salatu salam, وَمَنْ تَشَبَّهَ بِقَوْمٍ فَهُوَ مِنْهُمْ. Whoever imitates a people, then he is one of them. Now one would say, as usual, those keyboard knights or those who just argue without any knowledge, and we feel sorry for them, but nevertheless we have to cater for their ignorance. They say, why are you wearing the watch, Sheikh? And your clothes are made abroad. What? Listen good. When we say that it is prohibited to imitate them in what is part of their customs, their religion, their habits, this means that whatever they are known to do and no one else does that. Riding cars, taking airplanes, using technology, using the computer, having electricity, this is shared by everyone. And no one does it because the Christians did it or the Jews invented it. This is something that everyone does it, regardless of their ethnicity or religion. We're talking about a celebration, whether it's Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever they may call these feasts and celebrations, and the Muslims are like monkeys. They do whatever they see people doing. They imitate them. Celebrating Christmas. I've been to some of the Muslim countries recently in the past couple of weeks, and I was shocked. Like a country that has 90 million almost of Muslims and maybe 4 or 5 Christians, but you enter the hotels and the shopping malls And you see and find Christmas trees, like 3 weeks or 4 weeks before even Christmas is due. This is preposterous. This is outrageous. Never ever you would go to Washington or to London or to Paris and you'd find them celebrating Eid al-Fitr or slaughtering sheep on the 10th day of the Hijjah for Eid al-Adha and trying to share with the Muslims their festivals. This is never the case. And if someone tells you that George and his wife Jeanette and their sons David and Tracy were getting ready because tomorrow is Eid al-Adha, and they went to the market and bought a big ram to slaughter it, and after offering Salatul Eid, they went and slaughtered it, and they divided the meat into 3 sections and gave one as charity and one as gift, and they consumed the third. But then they were late for their church sermon, so they had to go because it was Sunday. Anyone who hears this said, this is crazy. George and Jeanette, Tracy and David, are they Muslims to celebrate Eid al-Hajj? Or are they Christians to go and attend the sermon or the service at the church? This is exactly what's happening to the Muslims. You have Abdullah, Muhammad, Ali, Ahmad, and their wives Fatima, Khadija, Aisha, Safiya, Hafsa, Hajar. But they look as Muslims, yet they celebrate and pretend to be Christians. This cannot be in the religion of Islam. This kind of split identity, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, this is unacceptable in Islam. The identity of a Muslim is crystal clear. Inside, outside is the same. That's why those who, let's say, are not Muslims, especially the politicians and the people of authority, they fight Islam. They don't want the Muslims in their countries to be real Muslims. They want to dilute them. They want them to be dissolved in the melting pot. So they may preserve the name Ahmad or Muhammad. Muhammad, you may call him Mo, not Muhammad, because this is embarrassing for them. They call themselves Mo. And they may have these names, but they celebrate Christmas. They may go to parties. They may sit with people drinking intoxicants. They may even drink a toast. They're not heavy drinkers, but this is a social drink, a champagne or something, just for the occasion. So this kind of split personality is rooted through implementing their strategy over the past years. Most of the Muslim communities, most of the Muslim countries, without any exception, have been colonized mentally. When they watch on their national channels, let alone the satellite channels, when they watch wrestlings, movies, American Hollywood movies, soap operas, TV series. We used to get them in English. Now they are dubbed in Arabic. We have Mexican soap operas dubbed into Arabic, Turkish, now Korean. Tomorrow maybe they'll bring some from maybe Zimbabwe or from whatever. What is this? The Muslims have their own identity to preserve, to protect, not to dilute it and dissolve it as we see nowadays. Coming back to the question, and I think I took too long in answering and diverting, but there are no callers, so who cares? I have questions, and I have you, and probably I have like 2 or 3 viewers, alhamdulillah, for everything. Taking a resolution on the New Year's Eve with that intention is haram. But if someone says, listen, I don't celebrate New Year's, I have nothing to do with the New Year's, but it is something to remember so that I can audit it after a year from today and see how much progress I had made or how less progress there was, it's just a day. In this case, this is permissible. Like what a lot of the merchants and traders and businessmen do when they come to the closing year and they audit and they look into whatever they have in their stores and try to know the profit and the loss, etc., give their financial statements. This is not related to religion or to customs, but rather it is a date of the year, and Allah Azza wa Jal knows best.